stop, you can do it on the fly.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll go ahead and press that for you. Watch the center console. Okay, now we're in sport.
Oh yeah, there's a definite. I mean, this is a steeper hill right here than we had a second ago.
Yep.
But there's a.
This is so hard.
Now there's kind of a. Right now, I've been in some electric cars which are. This is silent, silent compared to a gas car, but a little more noise than a normal electric car. Is that something GM's done deliberately to make sure people know they're actually accelerating and moving, or?
Well, probably what you're hearing, because we are in extended range mode, is the generator is coming on and off.
Okay.
And basically, it's a demand system. We're not running the generator all the time at a constant speed, and the demand is coming basically from your right foot.
Okay.
You're requesting torque, and so we have to provide electricity to meet that demand to keep the car going down the road.
So the generator just doesn't click on when the battery's like 70% depleted.
Right. When we get to about 20% depleted, then we switch over to extended range mode. And some people ask, well, why aren't you recharging the battery? Well, it's just not efficient to do that as efficient using gasoline. We prefer that people plug it in overnight, because then it's only going to cost you about $1.50 to go those 50 miles versus using gasoline.
So let's say I went to normal mode, then would the generator work less, I guess?
It will. Yep.
Shouldn't hit the buttons while I'm driving. Oh, we're in normal mode. All right, I'm back in.
Yeah, and you notice we come to a stop there and we shut the generator off.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
you're right.
And we never go to zero on the battery. We're going to about 20% state of charge.
Okay.
So we always have a little reserve. So when we come to a stop, and you pull away, we're still on battery power then as we're kind of creeping along. And then again, it's all to maximize use of the energy from the generator.
Charge cycles. It's always a big challenge with electric cars. Everyone worries about how many charge cycles can I endure and things like that. But doing an 80-20 is good because you do.
Yeah, you're not overtaxing the battery. We're just using that middle bandwidth. So.
The generator does go on a lot though. It's of course it's the way I drive too. I've got to learn my driving habits better.
Yeah, see your green ball there on the right? That's your efficiency meter, so you got to keep that in the middle.
Okay. Right. Well, I'm there right now, which is good. Of course, I'm coasting. Watch as soon as I get my hands on it again. Oh, I want to show you. This hill is actually quite fun to drive. We'll try the test drive up this. Or the next one we'll go to Ortega. How many have the pre-orders? I forget. Is GM doing pre-orders or is it a waiting list? Or
it depends on the dealer. Some dealers are taking orders. We had folks in today that they had orders in place and they had already been assigned a VIN number, meaning they could watch their car being built online. That's all part of the experience. You can kind of see it not come down the assembly line, but you get progress updates online as far as where it's at in the queue for production. So yeah, orders are in the queue, and we're going to be building them very shortly. The one thing we're working on that's a challenge that we're waiting on from the EPA is our mileage label. The technology in the car was kind of ahead of the curve, and it wasn't in their bag of tricks.
This will be a fun little hill here.
So.
Okay, 0 miles an hour to stop. This hill's pretty steep, actually. I tried to take an electric bike up once, and we barely made it. This, no problem. It has regen braking, right?
It does, yeah. And we also have a low setting here. That'd be a good thing. If you find a hill you want to go down, pull it into low.
Okay.
And what it is just a more aggressive regen. We're going to slow the car more.
Oh, right. We have a slight hill here. You like this?
So kind of lift off as we coast down and see it's more aggressive.
Yeah, you're right. There's definite pullback from it. It keeps it. What's funny is when you keep it in your foot off the pedal. I'm so tempted to call it a gas pedal. I know it's an accelerator.
Yeah, accelerator pedal.
It keeps it right in the middle, which is good, actually. Put forward here.
Yeah, and you can go from drive to low at any time, and you can actually drive around in low all the time. It's not going to hinder your acceleration. It's not a numerically lower gear like we're used to. It's all electric drive. So all you're doing, again, more aggressive regen. It's not going to affect your top end acceleration.
But you can tell my lead foot driving here. We've gone about a mile.
Your digital input.
But according to the battery, we've gone from 146 miles to 136.
Yeah.
So when I go electric, I'm definitely gonna have to learn how to drive like a civilized human being. Excellent.